Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Nice to see everybody. How you guys doing here on a Friday, August 31st, 2018? I'm Big Cheds. Of course, you know me from Twitter at Big Cheds. Obviously, you're probably following me or subscribed on YouTube. If not, please do subscribe. Just want to let you know about my good buddy. He's at Big Chonas. You can find him on Twitter as well. He does one-on-one mentoring. If you want to check that out, I think he does a great job. I am personally very proud to be involved with a project called Bitcoin Live. I'm one of 6 teachers. It's a unique, it's the best in class educational platform for crypto. We'll talk more about that later. So, how's everybody doing? Let's just, overview on Bitcoin right now. So last time we talked about this tweezer top that we have going on in Bitcoin, and we have a little bit of a follow through and confirmation on that tweezer top. In theory, confirmation would be closing below the candle low of the second candle. We haven't closed there yet, but we look to confirm this tweezer top today. So price was rejected at a logical area, a logical support area. Back on the 7th, we peaked with the high of 71.50. And right here, we have a dual high, 71.27, 71.39. So you can call this a double top if you want. Clear rejection tweezer top. We had, notably, we had this 8 EMA crossing the 34 EMA over here, right? The green line crossing the yellow, and that provided us a nice buy signal back in middle of July. Well, when we got it here, you can see the biggest difference was it's not only how it breaks it or crosses it, when it breaks it, but it's how it breaks it or crosses it. So here it broke it, it crossed with strength here, little bit of strength, but not as much. So, it's important to note, here's the point I'm making. It's important to know how the price reacts. So if it breaks support, how does it break support? Is there a lot of volume? Is there not a lot of volume? That's the kind of thing you want to look at with almost every signal, right? Is you want to see how something is done, what the volume is behind it. So right now we're watching to see if the price can rally here. So this is a logical support area. Okay, the peak, the prior peak, back from early July. So this is a logical support area right here. And I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking about. So let's grab that. So back here, right? Early July, all this resistance, it's now support or should be support. And that's going to correspond basically with these exponential moving averages, the 8 and the 34. So we want to kind of see if they can hold support here. So we'll keep an eye on that. Let's just peek in at I don't know, let's go 4 hour. Kind of peek in here at the 4 hour. Let's look at the oscillators. So I'm not really seeing buy pressure. I mean, here. It's just the bulls seem to be in control based on these volume candles. On balance volume is showing weakness. So we're going to have to keep an eye on that. On the 4 hour, you bounced a little bit here off the lower Bollinger. And I had argued last night it was potentially just an oversold bounce. You see what happened was we had the RSI, the hourly RSI dipped to like 23. And I was not really convinced with the strength of the bounce. So far that's playing out. But it looks like we do maybe, well, not yet. Well, the Bollingers are pinching here. So watch this in the next potentially 4 or 5 hours. You'll probably see this channel break one way or the other. I'm leaning bearish just based on the 4 hour and the daily. I really think the price has to come down to the 6,700 level and try to find a base there. And then if not, there's plenty of support. So this just needs a little more time, hopefully, to put in a higher low. That's just my opinion on Bitcoin. Is we want to watch and see if you can put in a higher low. These are some really logical levels to watch. 65, 6750, and then obviously the 7150 where we topped off before. Hey guys, so thank you, Restless Native. Appreciate that. So let's do some requests. First one is PPT. Let's go to my watch list. Let's go to PPT. And just remind you guys to request with the symbol. Like, I wouldn't know what Populous is, but I know PPT. So PPT daily chart looks weak to me. We had a little bit of a reprieve from this downtrend. Similar thing happened back on early July where you broke the EMA 34, but there's really no follow through. We saw a really nice move here, but that upper wick suggested that it was a kind of a fluke. The length of that upper shadow suggested it was a fluke. Then you had your inside bar, and then kind of the follow through here. And really no bull follow through on the volume. You can see this volume candle's massive, and then after that, it's just been steady sell off. So, where would this bounce though? RSI really isn't oversold yet. If you're bored, I guess you could try to draw a trend line on the RSI support like that. So maybe it has a little further to go, I guess. You know, this would be a logical area right there. So we're getting close to an area where you want to start to see if the price can hold. Maybe you could argue you start to do like almost an inverted head and shoulders. Here's your head, here's your left shoulder. End of July, right, the lows, 59.35. So keep an eye on that. All right. XEM, Anna Pietrzerzik. I'm sure that's exactly how your name is pronounced. I guarantee it. XEM. XEM's clearly weak. Having trouble breaking the green line, the 8 EMA. I wouldn't really pay attention to this until you see this break above and close for 2 days in a row. We had one break here and then it failed. So until this breaks above the green line for 2 days in a row, there's really not much a point of looking at it, except you have a little bullish divergence, higher lows on the RSI, and higher lows in the stock RSI, and a little bit here on the OBV. So this actually is some early, potentially early signs of a bottom coming. So this is actually worth watching to see if, basically, you know, see if it can form a bottom here. You've already got the lower low. It didn't get, still no higher lows yet. But this divergence here suggests this is worth watching, and this is a historically significant area based on that December drop. So yeah, I would start to look in this area. Certainly worth watching. I think this is worthy of watching. XLM requested by a few people, Crypto Racer and Robin Clarici. Guys, if you ask for a chart, I'm gonna butcher your name. It's a fair warning, okay? That's just the fun I get. So XLM, yeah, I mean, it's like the strength is kind of really gone in this one. You know, there's two things. You'd want to see a candle close above this level on daily. So you have the wick low of the August, which is 3072, the wick low of August 8th, 3072, but the candle close. I like to watch our higher low for candle close. So 3146. Yeah, we really have to rally here. But it's probably not going to happen. I'm just seeing weakness. So I'd be looking potentially for support where this found support back in April in this whole area here. This is kind of an inverted head and shoulders. If you count this as a head here, this whole all of March almost. And you can see here, it found support here at the 2900 level, and same as here. 2850 to 2900 level. So that's a very important level. I just don't know if we're going to hold here. We could peek in closer just if we're curious. And it's still pretty weak in the 4 hour. A little bit of an RSI reset, but you know, I think this is probably going to go lower. So I'm short-term bearish. Long-term, a little more bullish on XLM because you still this is a nice long consolidation. But this short-term is going down in my opinion. Andy for TRX. Let's take a look at it's been a while since we've done Tron. 355. So this has bounced nicely, but this is a clear. Why do I have this level marked? Wow. Okay. So you can see back from March. You guys see how this is a support, and this on this downtrend all the way from May, or arguably, yeah, for all the way down from May. You were looking where would it likely find support. You were thinking right here, 380 level. It failed. Eventually put in this nice dragonfly doji on August 16th. For those of you who do not know what a dragonfly doji is, it looks like this. Oh, that's not really giving me nothing. Anything, rather. Come on. There you go. That's a dragonfly doji. August 16th. That's a bullish candlestick. It's just one signal, but you use that in convergence with the oversold RSI in the daily. You know, so that would have been, and then you had the inverted hammer. So hammer, inverted hammer, dragonfly. This is a really beautiful, almost a tower bottom as well. Tower bottom with these three really nice candlesticks. So this was a beautiful technical setup, kind of from a Japanese candlestick perspective. Beautiful fall through. Price was rejected at a logical area. So on the August 8th low, 377. The August 18th high, 374. Logical area. Unable to close above it here on this pump August 29th. But you have some really nice increasing bull volume. So the bigger pictures we're going to watch to see higher lows. Ideally, maybe right around here or a little bit higher. Price is pulling back a little bit, but if this could maybe put in a higher low around 320, I think you're in good shape. We'll circle back to that one probably another time. GVT for Media, something or other. Your last name, Media Detectifieri. GVT. GVT had a nice bounce. Gave it back, 3 inside down, not that much volume. But this might form a higher low. It's trying to, especially with today. I mean, it's only halfway through the day, a little more than halfway through the day. But so far, so good. 4 hour. Yeah, I mean, flirting with a new EMA cross. So this might have found its low here. Key level to watch is right here. Right, it's being a little goofy. Sorry about that. I don't know why. Right there, that level, 92.32. So I would watch that because like this bounce may stall out shortly. If it does, it'll stall out right here, in my view. If it's able to break this, I think you can have a little more confidence of this being the bottom, the higher low potentially. So we'll keep an eye on that. QKC for Arjun. Let's take a look at QKC and QKC on the daily chart. It's kind of crawling its way back up here. We are flirting with an 834 EMA cross. So that is something that's definitely worth watching. That would be the green line and the yellow line. I'd say this one's actually short-term bullish, so I would keep an eye on that. All right. Let's go back to the chat room. Litecoin for Kerno W Jim. LTC. That's LTC, BTC. LTC USD. Still at 60 bucks. I mean, we have some higher lows on Litecoin. Nice hammer candle back on August 14th. But the EMA is flattening out here. The 8 EMA, it's not going to challenge the 34 anytime soon. We have a little bit of a Bollinger Pinch. I think it wouldn't hurt to go sideways for a while and maybe build some confidence back up. Momentum mojo is kind of low on Litecoin right now. So I'd like to see Litecoin spend several days in the mid-50s to the high 50s, and that would be a sign of, would garner a sign of confidence from me, in my opinion. We'll do 2 more. AppK is asking for MFT. MFT's looking all right. You're trying to bottom, pending 834 cross. I'm actually kind of bullish on this one. You're seeing a really nice spike in the on-balance volume. I think this is a nice setup. You had a couple spinning tops here, so the price slowed down, caught up a little bit, caught up with the exponential moving average, caught up with the upper Bollinger a little bit. So I'd say I'm bullish in this one. And ADA. Let's take a look at ADA. ADA, this is the last one for Matt. We'll circle back to Bitcoin, and then I'll wish you guys well. ADA is kind of weak right now. I'm seeing multiple rejections at the middle Bollinger. 1, 2, 3 rejections. The brown line, the middle Bollinger, the SMA, simple moving average 20. And we're seeing almost a triple top here in the stochastics RSI. A little bit of bullish divergence with the RSI, but that's about it, and stock RSI. So this might need a little more time. Where might it be going to? Right there. I would think right there. So, I mean, as beat down as this is, I wouldn't be surprised to see some type of high 11s, 12K test here. In terms of a reversal signal, watch for a close above the MA20, the middle Bollinger Band. Let's do Bitcoin real quick, just to remind you folks, just give you another primer where we're at. 1 hour starting to pinch a little bit on the Bollingers, but I'm a little more bearish here on the 4 hour. Unless we can break this high here, which is 70.19. So if we can break this, because we have a lower high here. So we want to start to watch for these lower highs to see if they can get broken. So, you know, clearly we know what's going on with the daily chart. We talked about the tweezer top, prices reversing. We're watching to see if it can find support in here. Find me on Twitter. I am at Big Cheds. Find me, my friend on Twitter at Big Chonas, and his one-on-one mentoring package if you're interested. Feel free to reach out to Big Chonas for any questions. And just once again, I want to say I'm honored and proud to be involved with Bitcoin Live. It's the best-in-class educational platform for crypto. There are 6 great teachers. We put out unique content, timely alerts. If you guys have any questions, you want to know a little bit more about it, we each have our webinars up on YouTube on the Bitcoin Live channel. And you can also, for my webinar, is the like the pinned, you know, it's the top video on my channel on YouTube. So feel free to check that out. We've recently added a quarterly and a monthly option. I think it's a great deal. I know there's chat programs out there. It's like $1,500 a year just to join a chat. So Bitcoin Live is a great project. I'm proud to be involved. There's going to be a link in the video text. In any case, I wish you guys well. I want to thank you for joining, and hopefully I'll come back soon and give you guys another update. And till then, I will see you on Twitter. Peace out.